friends, welcome back to the Mickey Bench. Come along with us as we head to Cleveland, Ohio. But don't shoot your eye out, kid, because we're going to a Christmas Story house, museum, and gift shop. The Christmas Story house has been renovated and restored to its original movie splendor, and they book tours to go through, which is amazing. Are you kidding me right now? And guess what? You can even book a night's stay in Ralphie's house or next door at the Bumpus's. Let's pull ourselves away from the soft glow of electric sex gleaming in the window and take a tour around the house. All the details amazing. You will hear the tour guide's voice. His first story is about how Jack Nicholson wanted the role as the old man. Let's take a listen.
Now there is an interesting backstory to the Jack Nicholson story, and that is that Jack really wanted this role for a couple of reasons. He was a big admirer of Gene Shepard, and he also thought that after The Shining, his persona needed softening. And when he discovered that his agent refused to renegotiate his contract so he could take the role, he summarily fired that agent. About it, I'll tell you why.
The detail is amazing. There's the radio that they all huddle around. There were the electric cords, and now look, the Red Ryder tucked in the corner. Absolutely fantastic. Let's head upstairs. The first thing we see is the phone that Mom used to call Mrs. Schwartz about the F word.
Do you know where he heard it? He heard it from your son.
Poor Schwartz. Now we're gonna head into the bathroom. There's a couple major scenes that happen in here. First is that great Annie Oakley decoder ring where unfortunately it ends up being a commercial for Ovaltine. I love that part. And then we have the, after the oh fudge, there needed to be, the soap in the mouth, and it was Lifebuoy. I had to try it myself. Next stop is Ralphie and Randy's room. Wow, this is amazing. I love all the toys, posters, the comic books. Makes you want to pull the covers up over your head in this bed and just dream about a Red Ryder rifle. As we head downstairs, we go into the kitchen where the famous turkey incident happened, and there's the cupboard that Randy used to crawl into, and I actually crawled into it too. So it is big enough for an adult to kind of get under there.
Now, because of that small budget, Bob used local people whenever possible. For example, Black Bart and the Marauders, those were all local gymnasts. The delivery man in the movie was a gentleman. Oops. You okay, Baxter? The delivery man in the movie was a gentleman by the name of Jim Morelovitz. Jim lived in that third house down there on the left. Now, on a very cool note, Jim became lifelong friends with Darren McGavin through the filming of this movie. Now, on the somber side, Jim passed a year ago this last November, and he was quite the character in the neighborhood. will be sold in this.
I had to check out the shed where Black Bart and the Marauders were all jumping on and everything, so had to check it out.
Yeah, sure.
Now we're headed across the street to the museum, which is so cool, so full of artifacts and movie memorabilia from A Christmas Story. There is the house. So let's take a look inside.
The original leg lamp. There were 3 leg lamps made for the movie. All 3 were broken in production. There are none buried in the backyard. Trust me, we looked. And of course, as we all know, Mother had used up all the glue on purpose. Now, the first thing I'd like to call your attention to would be that movie poster on the wall. And as I told you, MGM had put no advertising money behind the film. And by the looks of that poster, very little thought as well. Because everything that could be wrong on that poster is wrong. Here's one of our dilly galleries. And a myriad of other errors. I mean, look at Melinda Dillon. That looks like a bad caricature of Farrah Fawcett. Now this room on the right is our Ralphie room. In there you can see a number of Ralphie's costumes. Notable by its absence is the bunny suit, which is still owned by Peter Billingsley. And in fact, a couple of years back, the Smithsonian offered Peter $100,000 for that bunny suit, and he politely turned them down. Wouldn't you love to be in a position to turn down $100,000 for a suit that no longer fits and you won't wear? Now this, go on in. In there you can see, you'll see the toys from the Higbee's Christmas display window. They all still work. I know, because every once in a while I have to take them out and collect dust. Now, one of the cool things about the owner of Higbee's was that he stored and saved all of his Christmas display windows. And Higbee's wasn't Cornish only downtown Cleveland from 1931 to 1991. The Jack Casino, which now occupies where Higbee's was those windows on display every Christmas. The casino installed because I'm quite certain that your child might know that they have a number of those windows. Now, this simplicity pattern is how they made the bunny suit. This is the coat the old man wore in the old fudge scene. And over there, that's what they call the costume Bible. And every scene would have a list of the actors in that scene and what they were to wear. And I guess that mattered to everyone, except, of course, our director, Bob Clark, over there in his 80s clothing and his Miami Dolphins hat. Which, let me tell you, it still annoys me, because in '83, the Browns were actually good. Not much sense, but... And over in that town to resemble a streetcar. You had a small budget, you had to be inventive. when they went into movie production, it did not exist. Again, all in the imagination of Gene Shepard. It was a combination of two guns, the Buck Jones and the Red Ryder. Bob wasn't aware of that. He thought his issue would be to make sure it was made for a left-hander, which is what Peter Billingsley is. In other words, having the compass on that side of the stock. So he calls up Daisy and goes, I need 6 guns, configured in this manner. Sorry, sir, we don't make them like that. Typical Bob Clark response. Goes, well, you know, I guess you do now. And I think Daisy's been very happy with that decision ever since. Peter still has one, we now have one, and as Brian has stated, he no longer cares where the other 4 might be. He's got the one he needs. Now the winter of 1983 was a very odd year. Bitterly cold. Lake Erie had frozen over very early that year. And typically, when that occurs, we send the bulk of our snow to Buffalo. We're nice that way. But that year was even stranger. Although extremely cold, we had no snow whatsoever. Now, that's tolerable for us. Not so good if you're making a Christmas movie on a limited budget. And that forced Bob to rent foam making equipment from the airport, snowmaking equipment from various ski lodges, and have a fire truck spray all the trees with water. You'll note in those bottom 2 photos, those kids in that scene were all attendants of that school. So they were students there. And the flagpole scene, that was done at Victoria School, and how they did it was they took a flash from Ming the Merciless on the planet Mongo with his trusty BB gun. Well, they went into editing, and MGM, in their infinite wisdom, you may have noticed a pattern here that I really like style of MGM, but in their infinite wisdom, they decided they did not want the movie to last longer than 90 minutes. That scene was cut. No copies remain, sadly. However, the credits still remain at the end of the movie.
You know where I live.
Now, Melinda Dillon, this is all done in the back of a bowling alley. Now, the next time you watch the movie, and I do hope that'll be soon, you'll note when they pull up out front that the W on bowling is not lit. So, when you glance at it, your mind's eye simply registers bowling. Oh, Chinese name. And you don't give it a second thought. Now, what Bob decided was he wanted Melinda's natural reactions. He gave her the wrong script. She had no idea how that scene was to play out. And everyone else was in on the ploy. So when you're watching it, first off, watch the boys. They never take their eyes off of her. What is she gonna do? How's she gonna react? Well, the carolers begin to sing. And they're singing fa ra 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 and Bows of Hari. She starts laughing hysterically, takes her hair to hide her face, her laughter, and her embarrassment. The next thing you know is the waiter lops the duck's head off and stuffs it in his pocket, which always cracks me up. She lets out a yelp at all 6 a.m. She said by the time they had finally finished it and got it right, she was no longer acting. She disliked those children. Now, Bob liked to wrap things up in neat.
Our tour guide was so fantastic. Definitely, if you take this tour and you see him, tell him he's amazing, because he is. Nestled between the museum and the gift shop is this fantastic garage with a fire truck and the old man's car. So definitely check that out. But let's go shopping. I'm so excited. I'm actually filming this during Easter time, and I never really thought about how great all the pink bunny merch would work equally well with Easter as Christmas. So I may have to bring out my pink bunny suit twice a year. But let's take a look at everything awesome. There is just so much. It's like as huge as a warehouse in here, just chock full of everything you can imagine a Christmas story and more. love a Christmas village, and wow, to have one that's a Christmas story complete with chop suey house. Are you kidding me right now? They have all the characters. It's all Department 56, which is really, really nice. I think I need all of these things so I can set up a nice Christmas village around the tree. And there's the Daisy Red Ryder rifle official. I put that on my Christmas list every single year, and Santa hasn't brought it to me yet, so come on, Santa. I've been good. Well, maybe as good as I can be. Check out that skirt. I mean, come on. I need that. So much lamp merch. I want it all. I want it all. A leg lamp string of lights, a leg lamp stocking, leg lamp of palooza. Many cool things. I love seeing all the pins because you know I love me some Disney pins, so I think I need a Legland pin. And of course the Pink Nightmare. I mean, there's even Christmas Story chapstick and Band-Aids. It's awesome. Thank you so much for coming along with us as we went through the Christmas Story house, museum, and gift shop. So awesome. I love this place. I've been like a dozen times. Now we're going to head across the street to the Rowley Inn. The Rowley Inn was integral to the filming of the movie A Christmas Story. Due to its location, it's right across the street. During the filming, the upstairs of the building served as a location for makeup and wardrobe, and the bar served as a location for post-filming meetings. Many extras in the movie were patrons who regularly frequented the bar and were there at a minute's notice when someone was needed, and several even still live in the neighborhood. Here's some bonus footage. It has not got anything to do with the Christmas Story house, but it is a beautiful hotel that we stayed at. It is the Drury Plaza Hotel in Cleveland. And it used to be the Cleveland Board of Education building, built in 1931. It is made of marble, it is gorgeous, and the Drury hotels have kept a lot of those wonderful, unique details that are so magnificent in this building. So it's just an absolutely beautiful hotel, and I wanted to share it with you. Historic details are around every corner. School display cases, original light fixtures, wall clocks, mail chutes, and more. Modern amenities are offered here too, including contemporary decor, complimentary Wi-Fi, a fitness center, and a small swimming pool in the basement. Gotta love that. Thank you so much for joining us as we went to Cleveland, Ohio to go to the Christmas Story house, museum, and gift shop. What a fun day. Please leave in the comments down below what your favorite Christmas movie is and what your favorite part of this video was. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do, and the notification bell so you don't miss anything Disney, anything the Mickey Bunch, or anything just us traveling across America. Have a blessed and magical day, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.